Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video. And well, did I tell you in my last vinyl talk video I might shoot another one this year because, well, I'm out of promos to review on baze.djunkiii. I'm out of promos to unbox things here on YouTube because, well, I've been busy and I've been working fast, and maybe at the end of the year a lot of labels aren't doing promos anymore, and or the promo agencies are out of work as well, so they don't sort me out at the moment and restart this in January again. But therefore I'm going to shoot another vinyl talk video, and I'm covering a record that I think I acquired in 1999 or 2000, even though Discogs states it wasn't released up to 2001, which I doubt. And this is a 7-inch record, one that revolves on 33 RPM, and which is kind of one of a kind, not only in my collection, but also in terms of stylistic variation. I haven't heard a record that comes close to this again after acquiring this, and I had never seen this one or another similar record around in any other collection. So quite a mysterious and also unique one. And I'm talking about this little piece, which has a stenciled cover. It's a split white label on the Emphase label from Germany, which is actually the label's catalog number 1, and it's like a split of 2 projects, bands, I don't know even what they are in detail, with quite curious names. One is called 40 Sekunden ohne Gewicht, which is translating to 40 seconds without weight, and not 40 seconds in weightlessness, kind of. And the other one is called 2 Tage Sauerstoff, which doesn't mean translated 2 days oxygen, and not 2 days of oxygen, but 2 days oxygen. And yeah, it just comes with this beautiful stenciled cover. Here is the 40 Sekunden ohne Gewicht stencil, which is interestingly split up. Here is 2 Tage Sauerstoff, which is totally weird in terms of how the letters are set, and it was released via the Emphase label, and which is run by Guido Möbius. And the only information given is this stamp, which is, yeah, and this is the other one. So even the catalog number is kind of disputed on Discogs, because there is one version existing with a cover that has the catalog number Emphase 1038 as shown here, and the other one that is listed on Discogs, which is exactly this variation, is listed as Emphase 001 or Emphase 01, kind of. So this is not clear, and the titles are of the 40 Sekunden ohne Gewicht track is OT, which is supposedly standing for ohne Titel, which does mean without title, and the other one is Mädchen aus Napalm, which is translating to a girl made of napalm, which is also weird. And musically, this one is, well, I got my difficulties to put this really in a drawer, because I would say it is post-rock in a way. So the OT track by 40 Sekunden ohne Gewicht starts very, very, very low and minimalistic, and then has this kind of post-rock indie-tronic thing, which with weird time signatures and a very darkish twist building up to a kind of crescendo, but not really. So there's no really a real relief or salvation, and then it drops to kind of 30 seconds of dark ambient things or whatever. And the flip side is more industrial post-rock, with a lot more aggressive kind of stumbling, not really 4/4 rhythm, but more coming with a triplet signature, and with very aggressive sirens, I would say, which could be distorted guitars or distorted synthesizers. I cannot even make out what this exactly is, but it comes with a very brutal and grinding and nerve-wracking hypnotic attitude, which is kind of weird. and then also drops into some other things. So it is like one track supposedly is a live performance or like a snippet of a live performance in Berlin, but this is only according to what is to be found on Discogs and in the notes and descriptions. And this is like, as I found, not necessarily the most reliable source for things, even though the basic data like artist, track title and stuff are mostly correct. But when it comes to release dates and also to like descriptions of what this is, well, I'm sometimes in doubt if the Discog statements are correct. And what drove me to it back in the days, I think I acquired this at the Ausklang Festival in Hamburg, which is usually a festival that takes and took place at the Hörbar, a very small space occupied by like a bunch of people who take over a cinema, like an old underground B-movie, like art house cinema place, like once a month for doing like concerts and for drones and experimental music and all that kind of stuff. Asmus Tietjens used to hang out there a lot and stuff, and they do a festival in the basement of this cinema and also in the like main room of the cinema for like 2 days in the end of December usually, and they have done usually. And I played there once, I don't know, back in 1999 or something like that, when I did the radio show Nachtschwestern, and I guess I acquired this there. And what drew me to it is both the names, because it was like totally obscure, because I was curious. I couldn't like listen to the record on location, so that was like a vendor, like in a flea market or whatever, who comes in from, I don't know, Cologne, I guess, regularly, or Düsseldorf to this festival. He also runs a magazine for experimental electronic music and this kind of industrial electroacoustic, whatever kind of experimentalism, and he's also running a label and does a mail order, and he comes in for this festival usually and has like, I don't know, a bunch of crates. And I was like digging through this and saw this, and I was intrigued by the names and by the whole like look of this and the whole artwork and stuff. And I bought this just out of curiosity, I guess, for less than 10 Deutschmarks back in the day, which is like no money at all for a record. And then I listened to it, and it was like very fascinating. And I used to spin this a lot when I did my radio show and when I did a like event series called Die Gesellschaft ist krank, which was like a, well, in the second rendition was a like Tuesday night, once a month thing for like experimental electronic music and all kind of noisy, weird, quirky, in-between music that is like was sitting like between all drawers. And I played this a lot there, but still, this is one of the records which haven't matched with anything else in terms of sounding at least vaguely similar. The closest records I have, or the closest record I have this comes close to this, is like one Village of Savunga 12-inch album, which is also like experimental, darkish post-rock with a score-esque like 20 minutes long tracks or whatever. But this even is like based is only vaguely similar and not like very close to this. So if you like, maybe if you like the old industrial band Einstürzende Neubauten in their like 80s things, this might be a thing that points you in a direction which comes like kind of close to this, but still haven't heard anything. I guess the Zwei Tage Sauerstoff band project, whatever, hasn't released anything else, and the other artist, like 40 Sekunden ohne Gewicht, has only released like an album or like back in the days. So not much to be found, not much information to be found about this as well. So once again, a beautiful 7-inch, a white label, might be highly limited as well. So I don't know about like a quantity, but weird, obscure stuff from my collection to show. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a like. Also watch down in the description box for my SoundCloud, because I've just reposted the podcast thing I did for the 39 Decibel podcast series from Munich on my SoundCloud. So this is like a classic old school house music selection if you're into this. And otherwise, yeah, watch out for my Mixcloud. I uploaded a new mix there as well. And check me out on Instagram, Twitter, wherever. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, share the news. And I'm going to see you in the next one. See you later.